Hi there, welcome to another thrift finds video. CDs only. I got quite a stack. Uh, CDs are still going strong. Vinyl, not so much. But I know next video will be vinyl because I have some records I wanted to show, but there's too many CDs to show. So I'm not going to put the vinyl in here. Anyway, if you like CDs, if you like thrift finds, and you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe. Otherwise, thank you for subscribing. Let's get started. This is Groove Armada, the remixes. I kind of like Groove Armada. They're a British electronic group project, and this has a lot of mixes on it, obviously because it's called the remixes. And it's a fun little album. Nothing too special. Here we have Nitin Sawhney. I think that's how you pronounce it. It's a glare. It's called Introducing Nitin Sawhney. Um, oh, geez, there's a lot of glare. It's on Outcast Records, which I don't know much about, but this is a electronic artist who mixes world music. Excuse me, with various electronic genres. In this case, it's kind of a trip hoppy vibe. Um, it's if you're into Indian music and electronic music, this is a good mix. I also picked up another album by him. This one's called Filthra. Oh, it's way too much glare. Jesus. There we are. Filthra. I think that's how you pronounce it. This one is on, I don't know which label. I have not heard this one yet, so I don't know what genres he mixes here, but Nitin Sawhney, I think that's how you pronounce it. He's an Indian, a British Indian musician. Here we have Jesse Ware with Devolution. Sorry, Devolution. Devotion. Um, Jesse Ware is a British pop singer, soul singer. This is actually a fun album. It's on Island Records. Pretty good pop album. Then here is a compilation, Kitsinu My Song Compilation 14, the 10th anniversary issue. It features, I'm just going to call the biggest artist on here, which is not a lot actually. Um, Thomas Assir, I think he's Dutch. Two Door Cinema Club, but most of the stuff is French electronic music. So if you're into that, Katsune Maison Volume 14. Here we have something really special. This is awesome. This is Matthew Larkin Cassell, The Complete Works. Um, it's on a label called Stone's Throw, which I know only predominantly as a hip hop label. But this is a compilation with the complete works of this artist. Now, this artist I never ever heard of. There's a booklet here, pictures of him. He released two private press albums, or one EP, one album in the 70s, and people forgot about him. Musically, this is very much like Steely Dan, that kind of thing. It's more jazz funk than Steely Dan is. But if you like that, this is really, really good. Um, the original albums probably go for a lot of money, but this reissue, well worth seeking out if if you find it at a thrift store, definitely pick it up. Otherwise, try to hunt it because it's good. Here we have, let's get this one away first. This is Reserved, a compilation CD, 2 CD set with a small booklet inside. It's from an Italian label, which I have mentioned prior in these CD finds videos, called Irma. And this is a mix of, I don't really know what this is. This is probably, at the time, contemporary electronic music. And it starts with an aperitif and then it goes to dinner. So I don't know what I should think about it, but it looks interesting. I like this label, so I'm curious. On the other hand, I'm gonna take it out because it's glossy as hell, because it's this little CD compilation, Disturbed Summer 2008, a Displeased record compilation. Displeased, I think they're Dutch, and they are, as you can see by all the logos, they're a metal label, and I'm talking about extreme metal. It is a fold-out little thing with releases on it, and it has bands that some of them I probably cannot even name because they're very naughty, but stuff like Deadhead, Gore Trade, Atrophy, Grim, Disincarnate, Death Row, Toxic, probably death metal, black metal, stuff like that. So yeah, am I gonna enjoy it? I don't know if I'm gonna enjoy it, but I am fascinated by extreme metal at times, especially black metal, because there's a whole history of, well, Norwegian black metal, let's just say. Anyway, this is an interesting compilation. Here we have something called the Penguin Cafe Orchestra. This is called Broadcasting from Home. It's from 1984. They're a avant-garde group. Don't know if you could label them jazz or not, but they're experimental. And I enjoy stuff like this. So, Penguin Cafe Orchestra. Here we have something different. This is Marianne Faithfull. Together with the the Vienna Radio Symphony Orchestra, she does Kurt Weill's Seven Deadly Sins. It is classical, and it's pretty wild. Well, it's Marianne Faithfull's voice, who at the time was really, you heard she had a full life of alcohol and drugs, and it features classical singers and it features classical instrumentation. So it's a difficult listen, but a fascinating one nonetheless. Then we have a compilation by the Peddlers. This is part 1. I love the Peddlers. They're a jazz group, not instrumental, a jazz group with Hammond organ, and this is just, I love this band. So I'm really curious if there's stuff on here that I don't know. Some more metal comps. This is Hammer Rocks. Features Prong, Suicidal Tendencies. What else? Love, Hate, Shark Island, Bonham, Pretty Maids, Johnny Crash, Pink Cream 69, and it's on Epic. So yeah, I know the songs by Suicidal on here, and I haven't heard those in a long time. So I'm really happy that I found that. Then I also found the last album that Leonard Cohen did. This is You Want It Darker, And this was pretty good. You know, I'm not a big fan of Leonard Cohen's singing and his music, but this was actually pretty good. Leonard Cohen. Then we go to this compilation. This is Saint Germain Rendezvous Lounge. I don't know. It's a two CD set. It opens up like this. Electronic music. I don't know. It's remixes something, and it's I don't know. It's a long mix probably spread over two discs. Um, yeah, I don't know much about this actually. It features a guy called Gerald. It features Zero 07. It's more jazzy kind of electronic stuff. I don't know. More electronic stuff. This is Fats and Smalls. Fats and Smalls, sorry. This time around. Um a UK project. That's all I know. I don't really know their music that well, but I might like this. Who knows? Then we have this one. This is Soul Heaven Masters at Work. This is a 3 CD set. CD1 is mixed by Louis Vega, and CD2 by Kenny Dope Gonzalez. They're both masters at work. And the third one is Influences and Inspirations. And it has Louis, who picks 4 tracks, and Kenny, who picks 4 tracks. And that is good. That CD is good. The stuff that they mixed themselves, like CD1 and 2, okay, but the third CD is really good. Features Jamiroquai, Ronnie Size, The Rebirth, Black Ivory, Manzo, Eddie Palmieri, Blaze, and Can. Good mix. Now, I don't know if I already had this or not. This is a Talking Loud compilation, volume 1, I believe. Features the Young Disciples, Giuliano, Incognito. It's on the Talking Loud label. Love that label. Sort of jazz, funk, soul, hip hop fusion from the early 90s. Good stuff. Another compilation. This is a Dutch compilation called Turn Up the Bass. This is volume 4, which, yeah, I like them. Let's just call it that. They're not great, but there's De La Soul, Cold Cut, Jungle Brothers, which is weird because that's all, not really house music. But it's got D Mob and a lot of lesser known stuff. But yeah, enjoyable stuff normally. This is a compilation by the Fresh Prince, DJ Jeff and the Fresh Prince, called Greatest Hits. Simple, you know, it's okay. I like their older stuff, their newer stuff, with the exception of maybe 1 or 2 songs. But otherwise, not a huge Fresh Prince fan. But it has some classic stuff like Nightmare on My Street, I think is on here, and I think I could beat Mike Tyson. And Parents Just Don't Understand. Girls Say Nothing But Trouble, stuff like that. Like that a lot. This was a fun CD. This is Ultimate Bass Tracks, Volume 2, by DJ Madness. Now, I didn't know what to expect. It looks like a house CD, but it's not. It is Miami bass. So it's rap with a heavy emphasis on bass, like lots and lots of bass. Um, but yeah, DJ Madness, never heard of the guy. The songs are basically just instrumental, there's no rapping. And it has some interesting stuff, but some annoying stuff as well. But yeah, some Miami bass. Ultimate Bass Tracks, Volume 2. This was a great find. Mad Season, Above. Never heard this before, and now I have. It's got Lyle Stanley from Alice in Chains on it, and it's got members of other great um, grunge groups. So yeah, I think this is from 1995. Essential. Another one I like, my wife doesn't really like. This is Brutal Youth by Elvis Costello. I like Elvis Costello, you know, and this is fun. Then this is The Walkabouts, Devil's Road. Gets good ratings online, but I don't really know it. But I had to pick it up. 90s music, 96. This was something I just thought, could be fun. This is Essential 80s, 2 CD set. It's predominantly soul, R&B, boogie music, which I like. Uh, 2 CDs. Can't read what's on here because it's very small, but in short, on here it says Four Tops, Cool and the Gang, Curtis Mayfield, Hazel O'Connor, Bobby Womack, Essential 80s. We'll see. Soundtrack. There's a couple of soundtracks in here. Even Cowgirls Get the Blues. Movie by Gus Van Sant. Music is by Katie Lang. I enjoyed this movie back in the day. I was a big Gus Van Sant fan a couple of years ago. Kind of lost touch with his movies. But yeah, this is a weird, fun little movie with Uma Thurman as a hitchhiker with a giant thumb. But yeah, haven't heard the music in a very long while because it's been a while since I've seen the movie. This is, I believe, the debut album by Incubus, and this one is called, what is it called? Fungus Among Us. I kind of like Incubus. They're one of the lesser new metal bands, I think. They're still good, but they're not as prolific. So, looking forward to hear what their first one sounded like. Then we have this compilation, Best of the Roots, hosted by Black Thought and presented by a guy called J. Period. It's probably a mixtape. It's a lot of tracks on here. It's got 51 tracks on a single CD. So, don't know much about this. Maybe it's a mixtape, like I said. Maybe it's not. Who knows? We have a Dutch singer. This is Maan. Onverstaanbaar, which translates to you can't understand it. She's a pop singer. She has done some, I believe, okay stuff. And I thought, for a buck, let's give it a shot. This is Richard Ashcroft, for a frontman of The Verve, his first solo album on Hut Records. I like The Verve. Don't know their music that well, but some Britpop. Never heard it anyone. So we have that. I might already have this, but I might not. This is MC 900 Feet Jesus with Welcome to My Dream. Some underground experimental hip hop on a label called Network. This one does not have If Only I Had a Brain. That's on another album. But you might know him from that. This is actually fascinating. Another soundtrack, but from a very bad movie. Not another teen movie. Excuse me. I have the hiccups. Didn't pick this up because I like this movie. I picked it up because it has some interesting artists on here. Marilyn Manson, Smashing Pumpkins, Orgy, System of a Down, Scott Weiland, Saliva, Stabbing Westward, Goldfinger, Mest, Good Charlotte, Muse, and Phantom Planet. And a lot of these tracks are covers of tracks from the 80s, but done in a alternative / new metal style. So I want to hear that. This was a cool find as well. This is The Sound of Cool Tempo. Cool Tempo, like Talking Loud, but less. Are a independent British label who did a lot with soul and funk and jazz back in the 90s, but also hip hop and dance. Um, and this is, I believe, a German compilation, 2 CD set. Comes with a little write up in German on the Cool Tempo label. But yeah, uh, you might know Moni Love, she's on here. Adiva's on here, and a lot of lesser known artists. So I'm really hoping that will be good. This one, again, I might have, I might not have. I have so many, I don't remember anymore. This is Pennywise from the Ashes, punk rock album from the early 2000, 2003 on Epitaph Records. I know their stuff. I like their stuff. So picked it up. Didn't know whether or not I have it. Then I have two more. First up, Heavy D and the Boys. This is Nothing But Love. Heavy D and the Boys, I like. You know, early stuff, pretty hip hop. Later on, it became sort of a hip house thing, just house music and hip hop. This might be that, might be even some more R&B. I don't know, but Heavy D and the Boys, interesting stuff. And the last one is this one. This is Fania All Stars, Salsa Caliente de New York. That's what it's called. It's a compilation. I think a compilation with a lot of their 70s stuff, and I'm fascinated by this Fania All Stars. Just funky Latin music. So there you are. That's it. 22 minutes. Jeez, they're long, these videos, right? Anyway, thank you for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to subscribe and leave some comments. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.